Hey there, it's Heather Hakes. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the works of Dr. Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Before we dive into today's lesson, because most importantly, I want you to have tangible takeaways and easy application of this work, because I believe this work, hands down, will completely transform your life. Before we dive in, I want to offer you a free video training on how to reprogram your subconscious mind. This is a lot of the stuff that Dr. Joe talks about, and it's the importance of you have to know what's in there to change the output. You can grab that free video resource in the link below the description box and directly on my website, heatherhakes.com. All right, let's dive in. Here's what I want to share with you, a little backstory. I've been into the personal development industry and realm and studying this stuff for more than 20 years. I was reading personal development books back in my early teens, and it hasn't stopped. And what I want to share with you is we are all on our own journey, but I want to help not only save you time and money, but give you the resources to create faster changes in your life. Now, here's what I want you to know a little bit about my background. I've ran the personal development gamut. I did all the Tony Robbins things. And what I love about Tony's work is I think he really does help at a surface level expand your beliefs and what's possible. I walked on fire, and it's definitely that unleash the power within. But what I want you to know from his work, from my experience, it's very surface level. And the reason people attend all those events is that they're chasing the next high, because it doesn't get down into your subconscious mind, which is where the real work is. I have found through all of my learnings, all of my teachings, Dr. Joe Dispenza's work to be the most transformational, as long as it's digestible for you, which is why I'm breaking this down for you today. I started studying Dr. Joe's work about 3.5 years ago. And since then, I've read all of his books, You Are the Placebo, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and Becoming Supernatural. But I'm all about full immersion, all in commitment. So I've been to a week-long retreat and 3 advanced follow-ups, because I want you to know, just like he emphasizes, and so do I, knowledge alone is not power. Implementation is, experiences. And by going to his retreats, you really understand the power of meditation and community. So let's get to it. I'm going to break this down 6 major key concepts, key points in breaking the habit of being yourself, so that you too can get out of your own way and create anything you want in life, because that's what it really comes down to. I love how Abraham Hicks says that you can have, be, do anything you desire in this lifetime, and I'm going to show you how. All right, the first key concept in breaking the habit of being yourself is understanding that you have to become aware of your thought patterns. So that's first step, okay? That awareness is the key to creating change in your life. And here's what I want you to know about your daily thoughts. You have 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. 80% of those thoughts, according to psychology, tend to be negative, and 95% of the thoughts you have today are on repeat from yesterday. So here's the good news. No, you could never monitor all of your daily thoughts. But the point is 95% of your daily thoughts are in repeat from yesterday. So all you have to do is become aware of the patterns. Do you have playing in your mind, I'm not capable, I'm not enough, that's too hard? Start paying attention to what you're thinking and speaking, because here's what I love, that whatever you think about and speak about, you bring about. So that's why awareness is step number 1, understanding the power of thought, because the power of thoughts are the first domino in creating change in your life. Now, here's something I want to share with you that I've created on my own. It's what I call the thought cycle. It's a simple 4-step, and then I'm going to break down how Dr. Joe explains this. But what I use as a training tool for myself and my clients is Thoughts are the first domino. Your thoughts create your emotions and feelings. And we're going to get into emotions because that's a key component as well. But your emotions are what's driving your behaviors, your habits, your patterns, your actions, and ultimately creating every result in your life. That's it. 4 steps. Change really is simple. Not necessarily easy at first, but it is simple. So here's what you can do. You can use this thought cycle, the 4 steps, to reverse engineer. If you don't currently like your health, your finances, your relationships, where you're at in your career or business, start there. Reverse engineer. You got to become aware of your actions, your habits, your patterns, your emotions that are driving them, which most likely are low vibe, like anxiety, worry, frustration, impatience, fear, overwhelm. And all of that began with thought. So that's where it begins. When you start thinking new thoughts, you create new emotions, leads to new actions, creates new results in your life. Here's what I also love about Dr. Joe's work on this topic. He really makes it simple. Here's what I want you to understand. And what I coach my clients through is creating version 2.0. Here's what Dispenza says, that your personality, which is made up of your thoughts, emotions, and actions, create your personal reality. So it's not about changing the external, because you've probably experienced getting a new relationship, same problems. Get a new job, same problems. That's why all change is an inside job. When you change your personality, what I coach my clients 2.0, when you create that clear picture, that 2.0, how is that 2.0 version of you thinking, feeling, and acting? It really is truly embodying it, and then you become it. Be, do, have. When you become the person and take those new actions, then you create results in your life. That's what I want you to understand. So that was kind of a mouthful. Quick recap. Awareness is step number 1. Thoughts are the first domino. And your personality creates your personal reality. You want to change your results and outcomes? Change how you are showing up in this world. All right, key concept number 2. In order to break free from the past, break free from these addictions and habits, that's where you really have to start becoming aware of your emotions. Now, it's not about revisiting the traumas and the experiences. Every single human has experiences and traumas or setbacks in life. But here's the thing, you don't want to go back and revisit, because then you end up sulking in that same emotion. You don't need to go back to the event. What you need to become aware of are those emotions that are driving you. Now, this is something I highly recommend you Google. It's called the emotional guidance scale. I'll break it down. The highest emotion we feel is love, and the bottom is fear. And then there's a spectrum. You're somewhere in between all the time. You're either closer to love, and you know you are because it feels good, or you're closer to fear. Now, I like to think of it like this. Life is a boomerang. What you put out via your thoughts and emotions, you get back. So just think of it like that, okay? Don't go back to the event. Simply get clear on what emotions are you habitually stuck in. And I'm willing to bet it is impatience, frustration, anger, rage, shame, guilt, overwhelm, or more. And what Dispenza teaches, which is key concept number 3, through mindfulness and meditation practices, you can become so aware of who you've been being through your thoughts and emotions. Then you get crystal clear on who you want to be. And through repetition, through consistency, through meditation, thinking and feeling love, joy, gratitude, empowerment, you literally recondition your body to a new mind. And what he means by reconditioning the body, think of it, your subconscious mind, which is 95% running the show. When you get past the analytical mind, which is how you do it through meditation or affirmations, through repetition and consistency, when you are using your conscious mind to start programming a new way of being through your thoughts and feelings, that's how you create change in the external. Again, this is consistency. This is repetition, because if the current version of you has been stuck in woe is me, victim mindset, shame, guilt, overwhelm, impatience, if that's who you've been being. But the real you, version 2.0, is somebody who is confident, happy, joyful, grateful, loving. You can see there's a gap. And through this work, this is how you bridge the gap. This is how you break the habit of being yourself. But that's why awareness is step number one. Now I want to help you get into the fun stuff, because I do want you to know that change is fun when you change your perception. And I like to think of life as an experiment. I live in curiosity, and I've put Dispenza's formulas into play, and I've had massive results. And so I have tens of thousands of other people, because he has a whole testimonial page on it and videos. But here's what I want to teach you. So concept number 4 is understanding quantum physics. Now I'm going to give you a super high level overview, because that's all you need to know. If you want to nerd out and go deep down into the science, have at it. But I'm going to give you all you need to know. So key concept number 4 is about quantum physics. Now what Dispenza teaches is you, the individual, can cause an effect. But the old way of learning, which is what we've been programmed and conditioned, is Newtonian physics, that we are waiting for an external cause to create an internal effect. We are waiting for that relationship to create feelings of love and connection. We're waiting for more money to feel abundant. We're waiting for you feeling the condition to create that emotional state. And Dispenza is saying, no, we've got it all backwards. So in quantum physics, what I want you to understand, that you cause and effect. This is like, think about the observer effect. When you are focused, when you are thinking and feeling grateful, abundant, when you are already feeling those things, then circumstances, quote, synchronicities and coincidences will happen in the external reality to match your frequency. Now, I love the quote by Nikola Tesla that if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. This is what quantum physics is telling us. So I want to give you a real world example on how you do this. I've done this with all kinds of things. I actually did this when I wanted to attend my first week-long Dispenza retreat. But I'm going to break it down to something even more simple: money. Okay. And I have all of my clients do this. And I've had clients manifest, smaller things, a $1,200 check the next day to $7,400 in a week. One of my clients just recently got 75 grand, a 75,000 business opportunity in 5 days by putting this into play. So this stuff works. What I want to share with you about how you can cause an effect. Here's how Dispenza breaks it down. Your thoughts are the electrical charge putting a frequency out. Your emotions and feelings are the magnetic force drawing experiences back. It's that simple. He says when you have a clear intention plus, this is the formula, plus an elevated emotion, which is the end result if you already had the thing, when you combine those through repetition, meditation, mindfulness, thinking and feeling, it has to come your way. So how I've done this with money, I get really clear. I'm like, the first time I did this, $10,000, because I was like, that'll blow my mind. So I got really clear on $10,000. And for me to keep my attention, I did a time frame. So all I did when I woke up in the morning is I got clear. I imagined this $10,000. I was already feeling grateful and abundant. And by the end of my experiment, I manifested, or Dispenza calls it generating. We're generating wealth. You're generating opportunities. $10,600 came my way. And most importantly, the how and the when, not your job. Using his formula, a clear intention with an elevated emotion brings your result. You just focus on becoming and being that person and let life surprise you. The fifth key concept, which I touched on a little bit already, but it's really about understanding the role of the emotions, your emotions. And what I want you to think about how I do is I think of my emotions as a check engine light. Your emotions are an indicator of how you're thinking and feeling. So understand that. And the second, I call it falling off track, the second you fall off track, the second you fall trapped to self-doubt, imposter syndrome, fear, worry, stress, anxiety, those lower vibe emotions, you will feel them. And the way to cut it off before you fall down that rabbit hole and fall back to the old way of being, you got to catch it and replace it. And this really is how you build your mindset muscle. But through repetition and consistency, you'll be like, oh, nope, I did it again. Another way you can do this is I have a hairband, but you can wear a rubber band. And when you catch it, snap it. Now you're creating a pattern interrupt, which will help you not create momentum and falling down the rabbit hole. Understand your emotions really are important and a big driver, because remember back to the thought cycle: thoughts, emotions, actions, results. When you can get your emotions in check, and this really is about learning to be proactive, not reactive, learning how to respond, not react in life. And that, I think of it as self-regulation. When you can learn to self-regulate your thoughts and emotions, you literally become unstoppable. Finally, step number 6, the key concept in breaking the habit of being yourself is visualizations and affirmations. Dispenza, if you attend his events, he helps you create what's called a mind movie. But I also love how Bob Proctor always said, whatever you can imagine in your mind, you can hold in your hand. Now, we know professional athletes visualize all of the time, especially I hear this from golfers. They visualize their swing. They visualize where they want the ball to land. And by doing the mental rehearsal, how you want things to go, that tends to be how they go. Again, you can create this in a mind movie. You can look at a vision board. For me, isn't quite the same because it's surface level and you're looking at a static image, but watching a mind movie, having transitions and music creates and connects you with those emotions, which are really important. Remember, go back to the manifesting formula: clear intention, elevated emotion equals the thing that you want. So through the power of mental rehearsal, imagination, visualization, whether it's the car, the health, the relationship, whatever you desire, putting this all into play, I am telling you, the sky is not the limit. Your belief system is. And ultimately, if I had to bring this full circle for you and really help you understand, to create change in your life is all about self-radical honesty and responsibility. And then it's loving yourself so much, having so much self-compassion that you wouldn't allow yourself to fall back to the old habit, the old way of being, because you want a better reality. You want more happiness and joy in your life. And this really, for me, comes down to free will and choice. Every moment you have a choice. Every moment, every day you wake up, express gratitude that you woke up for the day. Decide, set an intention. Who will I show up as today? And by doing this, you create a new lifestyle. You create a new way of being. And the old way, the old you, will fall, dissolve, and crumble. And then you literally become unstoppable. Now, I would love to hear from you. What is your key takeaway? What out of those 6 concepts, what resonated with you most? What are you going to put into play? Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop, and give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you on the next one.